Sri Guru Charitra, Chapter 42. Significance of Anant Varat. Sri Guru narrated the significance of Anant Varat to Shamadev. He said, Dharmaraj, the son of Pandu, did this Varat. He regained his kingdom, which was lost in a game of chess with the Kauravas. Thereafter, the Pandavas were living in the forest with great sufferings. The Kauravas sent Durvas Rishi to the Pandavas for harassing them, even in the forest. Sri Krishna, protector of his devotees, assisted Pandavas in difficulties. Once Draupadi and the 5 Pandavas bowed to Sri Krishna and asked, How shall we be relieved from this Vanvas, living in the forest? Sri Krishna advised them to do Anant Vrat. Sri Krishna said Anant should be worshipped on Bradabat Suddha 14. I will tell you a tale regarding this Vrat. In the Krit Yuga, there lived a Brahmin named Sumantu of the Vasishtha Gotra. Diksha was his devoted wife. She begot a daughter named Shushila. Later, Diksha died, and in order to continue the Grahastha rites, he married with Gargasa, who used to quarrel with the husband and daughter every now and then. Due to this, Sumantu was always dejected. As Sushila grew, she became fit for marriage. One day, Kaudinya came to Sumantu, who gave Sushila to him in marriage. In Ashad and Shwaran months, Sushila and Kaudinya lived with Sumantu, but Karkasha quarreled with Sushila daily. So Kaudinya requested Sumantu to allow him to go home. Sumantu felt very sorry as his only daughter would be going away. He said, This is not my wife, but she is my enemy. Now my daughter will go away. Where there is no peace, the home is like forest. Kaudinya consoled him. Due to his persuasion, he agreed to stay for 12 days more. On the 13th day, Sumantu asked his wife to prepare delicious food for his daughter and son-in-law. As they were departing, Karkasha entered the inner room, shut the door, and placed stones against the door so that it should not be opened easily. At least Sumantu gave wheat konda to Sushila and bade them goodbye. Next morning they reached the river. Kaudinya got down from the chariot and went to the river for bath and rituals. Sushila saw that many females were wearing red silk saris, had gathered in the sand, and they were worshipping some god. And Sushila went to them and inquired what they were doing. The females replied, We are worshipping Anant. By doing this Vrat, all our desires are fulfilled. Sushila took instructions from them. She gave 14 knots to a red string and prepared Anant and Shesh Cobra of Darba and worshipped Anant with 16 upchars. She then tied the Anant on her wrist. Once, when they were sitting, Kaudinya observed the red string on the wrist of Sushila. He asked angrily, Did you tie this red string to keep me under your thumb? She said, This is Anant, by whose favor we got this kingdom and prosperity. Hearing this, Kaudinya took the string by force and threw it into the fire. He remarked, It is due to my penance that this kingdom is obtained by us. Sushila was very dejected. She hastened to take out the Anant from the fire and put it in milk. But due to this, the Anant was enraged. The kingdom and all the glory was destroyed in no time, and Kaudinya became a pauper. Kaudinya now repented and resolved that so long as he would not see Anant, he would neither drink or eat. Having resolved, he started with Sushila and went into the forest. He saw a tree laden with fruits, but no bird touched its fruits. Kaudinya asked the tree if it had seen Anant. The tree said, I have not seen Anant. But if you see, please speak to him about me. Further, he saw a cow and calf. They were trying to eat grass, but they could not do so. Then he saw a big bull. Further, he saw 2 lakes. The goose and other birds did not drink the water. Later, he came across an elephant and an ass who could not speak. Kaudinya has asked all if they had seen Anant. They all denied, but said, if he saw Anant, he should speak about him for each of them. At last, Kaudinya was tired of walking and he lay down on the ground. In the meantime, an old Brahmin came and inquired about him. Knowing the cause of his worry, he said, I shall show you Anant. Come with me. Kaundinya followed him and saw a fine city. Brahmin seated Kaundinya on the throne of precious stones and appeared before him in his real form. Seeing this, Kaundinya was amazed, and he bowed to Sri Anand and began to praise him. Sri Anand was pleased and gave him 3 boons. By the first he attained Dharma, by the second his poverty was destroyed, and by the third he got abode in Vaikuntha. Kaundinya referred to the tree, the cow with calf, the bull, the 2 legs, elephant, ass, and the old Brahmin. Sri Anand said the tree, laden with fruits, was a Brahmin who was proud of his learning and did not teach his students, hence he became a tree. The cow had given an infertile land to a Brahmin in charity. The bull was a rich Brahmin who did not give charity to anyone. The 2 legs were 2 sisters who exchanged charity among themselves. The elephant is your anger, and the ass is your vanity. The old Brahmin you met was myself. Whomsoever you have seen are all liberated. After receiving the blessing of Sri Anand, Kaundinya lived as a ruler for many years and in the end went to heaven. Sri Krishna told this to Yudhishthira, who then worshipped Anand with devotion. Sri Guru told this Shyamdev and asked him to let his eldest son Nagnath to do Anand Puja. Shyamdev did as advised, arranged grand samardana and dined with Sri Guru. Shyamdev then returned to his place, kept the family there, and he alone returned to Sri Guru to serve him. In this way, your forefathers attained the favor of Sri Guru.